was once said, "Good is the enemy of great." If all that you strive for is good enough, how will you ever achieve greatness? The efforts led to this. Every rep, every drill, all the work unseen will be worth it. Because right now, the eyes are on us. Blow the check up, detonation, kill them one by one, final destination, top my destination, I got guardian angels all around it, that's deflector Satan, I'm a champion, this right here the anthem, I can't dap you without handstand, I don't know your dirty hands, I wake up to like 100 texts, championship team, but we can't cut the net, she all off in my jersey, looking underdressed, I'm finna buy this bitch a Honda CRX.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to another season of Cheyenne basketball here on Mustang Media. For a second year, I'm Grant Knodel. Joining alongside me tonight is Coach Dan Wolf. Dan, I'm excited to see this matchup between the Mustangs and the Demons.
Absolutely. You know, anytime it's the beginning of a season, hopes run high for everybody. Everybody sees a path that they have to qualifying for a state tournament and hoping to make a deep run somewhere along the way. So both teams, I'm sure, are coming in tonight hoping to get off to that fast start. You know, a win tonight, a win tomorrow night, start off 2-0, and hopefully that kind of sets the stage and the table for the rest of the season.
Before we start, we want to thank Essentia Health. Essentia Health is proud to be a premier partner of the Mustang Media, working with Cheyenne High School to make a healthy difference in the lives of the students and families we are privileged to serve. Essentia Health, like nowhere else. Dan, one thing I'm really excited about to see is kind of how this second-year program, the second year with Coach Brandt, a lot of these guys have played with Coach Brandt, have played in the system, but this is the second year. But the one thing I'm excited to see is how, you know, this group of seniors, this group of juniors, how they're doing, because they played a lot of these current juniors and current seniors played a lot of minutes on the varsity floor as sophomores and juniors.
Yeah, absolutely right. And you know, even though Coach Brandt was part of Tom Kirchhoffner's coaching staff in the seasons that Tom was the head coach, anytime, you know, every coach has their own philosophy, their own things, and certainly Coach Brandt changed some things and went his own way with some you know, offensive and defensive philosophies, which is only natural. But it takes a little while for that to settle in. You can feel like, yeah, we've got this in a summer camp or even as you start the season, but when you put it into practice on the court, sometimes it feels a little bit different. And I would think undoubtedly the Mustangs are going to feel much more comfortable in the schemes that they've come up with, both offensively and defensively, heading into this season, because, you know, it's just that familiarity. It's one more year in the system. You know, as a football player for the Mustangs, you know, Cheyenne went a completely different way with an offensive philosophy, and that takes time, you know, to get everyone on the same page and to trust one another. And so, you know, hopefully a lot of those kinks have been worked out. Some of the things that maybe Cheyenne would have struggled with last year, hopefully are things they can put in the rearview mirror when it comes to, you know, seeing the court and playing a tough opponent to start with in the Bismarck Demons.
And as you mentioned, that kind of switch up in the football roster or football coaching, the offense, you know, it kind of plays over into basketball when you have someone like a Caleb Deere who went from quarterback to receiver, totally switched roles. And I think that'll be, you know, he will be one of the key instruments in this squad. Is he's someone who's played varsity baseball for 3 years, varsity football for 2, varsity basketball for 3, and have had a considerable impact on the team. And when you have someone who can switch up roles like that and perform at an all-state level as Caleb Deere did, that must carry over into basketball.
Well, I think so. You'd be hard-pressed to find a better athlete in the state than Caleb Deere, and as you mentioned,
and leader,
you know, in the sports that he has participated in and been a vital part of the programs. You know, he's a guy that was, I think, 6th in the conference last year in assists. I think he's probably going to have to take a bigger scoring role this year. Cheyenne had no one in the top 20 in terms of scoring average, and that had to feel very different from the teams that you would have expected previously in probably the 5-6 years before that, that Cheyenne, where they made deep runs into state tournaments and those sorts of things. So, you know, you're going to have to ask guys to do some things, and maybe they're not comfortable at first, or maybe it's a change from what they've done in the past. But at the end of the day, someone's going to have to do these things, and undoubtedly you're going to lean on people like Caleb Deere, you know, your seniors, your leaders, the guys who are battle-tested.
I think from a scoring standpoint, Caleb Deere will have to step up, but you also look at the roster. You get John Angu, who is out for a considerable amount of last season, who can really score, and then you also get Turl Money playing more minutes. He's a shooter, and he can post up. He's been working on his post game, and then you get someone like Noah Olson, who last year came off the bench and hit some big threes in some big situations. And then in the middle, you got Tommy Oneman, who's had a tremendous offseason, worked tremendously on scoring. And I was talking to some of the players after, and they're like, yeah, he looks great in practice. If you were to look at him in practice, you would think he would go out the next night and drop 50.
Well, and that's what it's going to take, I think, for Cheyenne, because, you know, they had to rely a lot last year on the score by committee, and you can get by for a couple weeks that way if there's an injury to one of your scoring leaders and those sorts of things, but it's really hard to go an entire season asking someone different to step up each night. And, you know, the years of Jackson Money, the years of Blake Berg, you know, having players like that you knew you could kind of count on night in and night out to kind of fill up the stat sheet, that was missing last year. And so you're right, John Angu missed a lot of time last year, and with the work that these guys have put in, hopefully there are some people that look to step up and fill that void this year.
So as before this one tips off, we'd like to get a look at the keys to the game for the Cheyenne Mustangs. I think first and foremost, this Bismarck Demons team, they play press and they play it all night long.
Well,
so I think the biggest thing is to take care of the ball.
Well, absolutely. This entire Bismarck defense is predicated on speeding you up, forcing you into making really bad decisions and throwing the ball away. And that's something that is really hard for basketball players to deal with, and that pressure defense all over the floor. And it's going to look like hockey line shift. They're going to run 5 guys in and out all the time. So absolutely limit the turnovers. Don't panic. I think don't panic first. Limiting turnovers just follows naturally. But it's when you get sped up and you start to panic, that's when the problem comes. You know, I think then if you look at shot selection, when you have a defense that's all over the floor, if you move the ball, if you see the floor, eventually you're going to get the ball to someone who's going to have an excellent look at the basket. And so as long as Cheyenne is patient in that way, move the ball around, they're going to get the looks that they want. And, you know, this is a Cheyenne team that, you know, top to bottom should have a size advantage on Bismarck, but that means Bismarck's probably going to be small and quick. So, you know, it's a trade-off, but that size advantage hopefully will work into rebounding and gaining extra possessions that way and controlling the boards. And then lastly, we want to say hustle plays. So many times, Grant, and we say it during the football broadcast, lots of times it's those 50-50 balls. It's the, you know, who's willing to sacrifice their body, get on the floor.
Plays.
Yeah, you know, if you're willing to do that and win some of those 50-50 battles, that's going to give you an excellent chance to win the game. So, you know, if Cheyenne is able to check the box on most of those keys, they're going to have an excellent chance to win tonight.
All right, as the clock winds down for warm-ups, we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. We'll be right back with your first half coverage.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good to check in.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I work at Marvin. So my team implements technology in manufacturing, so I quickly became really impressed with manufacturing as a setting for engineering. For an engineer, it's kind of a playground. Here at Marvin, specifically in the signature group like we are in Grafton, it is high volume, high option, meaning you have to make a lot of product, but it's always different. I never expected finding a great job like this kind of out here in a small town. Come work at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
Welcome back. So real quick before we go over the starting lineups, I kind of want to look at the starting lineups myself. A lot of names for this Bismarck High team that I'm really looking at. Tayshawn Eaglestaff, his older brother at UND, tremendous scorer at Bismarck. Yep. Jack Schaefer, he's a big body, highly recruited offensive lineman in football. He'll be really interesting to see how he matches up kind of with Tommy Oneman. Tommy Oneman, maybe a little quicker, but, you know, Jack Schaefer, hard man to move in the paint. And then we look at people like Carter Hankey. Carter Hankey, a quick little running back in football. We'll see that carry over in the court quick, especially with that press when you have quick bodies like that. And then it looks like Andre Austin will be securing the point. And so a lot of these guys, good athletes in football, a lot of names we've heard. But who are the people on the Cheyenne Mustangs that you're looking for to counteract that?
Well, I think right away you have to look at Barry Penu because he's going to be the one controlling the rock most of the time. And as we talked about in the keys to the game, Cheyenne's going to have to take care of the ball. But it's not just a one-man job. It's going to be everybody's responsibility, but it's going to start and end with Barry. And so I think Barry doing what he can to really settle his team down and distribute the ball and handle the press is going to be important. I think secondly, as you mentioned, Tommy Oneman, how is he going to move against Schaefer? Because he is a big man. Tommy has the advantage in height, but Schaefer's a much bigger guy. And then, who's that scorer? I'm looking to see what Caleb Deere can do tonight. We know he can facilitate. We know he can share the ball. Hoping to see him maybe be a little more involved with the scoring this year. But it could come from anybody tonight. But that's kind of who I'm looking at. And Noah Olson's being introduced. Grant, the excitement in the gym. Good crowd for an opener here. The excitement is not contained only to the home teams up in Coach's Row here up in the corner. We see the Fargo Davies staff and the Fargo South Bruins staff taking in a game. They must have the off night, and so they're looking to get a little advance information, certainly on Cheyenne, but probably on Bismarck too, because Grant, with the first year of a 3-class system in basketball means no more Wahpeton, no more Valley City, no more Devils Lake in the EDC. So teams are looking to fill their games, and as we see with Cheyenne playing Bismarck tonight, Minot tomorrow, Mandan in a couple weeks, Jamestown over the Christmas break. That seems to be the natural way for a lot of teams to fill those spots is by scheduling those teams from the West that you never really had a chance to play. You maybe got a game to start the season against a team from the West, but that's it. Cheyenne alone is going to be able to see 4 teams from the West before the first of the year.
And like you said about the excitement, I don't know if I've seen a larger student section in the past 2 or 3 years of Cheyenne basketball as this one tonight. So shout out to the students on this one. As
Well,
Cheyenne wins the tip.
absolutely.
Olson on the wing, passes up to Deere. Oneman down low, battling for position against Schaefer. Good move by
Nice
Oneman,
move.
and he scores the first 2 points of the 2023-24 season. He quickly gets the Eagle staff.
Didn't take long to get,
No.
and that's the other thing with that. They play up-tempo defense. They play up-tempo offense. They want to overwhelm you with shots, and that did not take long for Eagle staff to get a shot up and out of his hands. That's what they're looking for. Most of the Bismarck players, you might say, have never met a shot that they didn't like.
Swatted away by Oneman. That's the first one of the night and the first one of the year for Oneman. Many more to see as Deere in transition with a wing 3. Short. Good hustle play by Angu as passes out to Barry Pinu. Just short. So already we're seeing that hustle. We're seeing good shot selection, good defense all around.
Those are good looks.
Another one for
uncontested.
Oneman. That's 2 already for Oneman on tonight. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be the Bismarck Demons ball.
And there's the first hockey line shift of the night as we get some wholesale changes to get Bismarck started. We haven't really seen any kind of press yet, but they also have not scored. So maybe it'll be something that they're more apt to try and install after made baskets and less out of defensive rebounds by Cheyenne. But again, they're quick with the ball, moving it around. They're looking to get a shot up quickly.
Austin drives in, kicks down. That's fumbled off the hands of Doctor, and it'll go out of bounds. Cheyenne's ball.
Now here it is, a dead ball situation, and Bismarck going to set up in their press.
Inbounds ball right back to Deere.
And that's the key here is don't take off. Stay around, meet the ball. When that pass comes, you need to come and meet the ball. And there's John
Bang!
Angu.
John Angu for 3. Can't leave that man open. He will make you pay.
Well,
Austin drives in.
and that was one of the things that was missing for Cheyenne last year, that reliable shooter on the back end. So far, only a couple of possessions, but good patience by Cheyenne. No problem breaking the pressure presented by the Demons.
Angu on the wing, kicks down to Oneman. Oneman's the ball stolen away by Eagle staff as he's in transition. Held up, that'll be a jump ball. Arrow in favor of the Demons. As 3 new Bismarck Demons check in, that's Hankey, Lamar, and Lutzen, my bad.
Now, one of the things, Grant, is, both of these teams aren't super senior heavy.
No.
Each team has a handful of seniors, and where Bismarck in previous years, we're going 10, 12 deep off the bench. So far, it's only been an 8-man rotation, and that'll be interesting to see. Is that what we're going to continue to see from them? Maybe Coach Wilhelm not as willing to go deep in his bench, maybe not early in the year, as we see Austin, who's really been the one who's been dictating pace and shot selection for the Demons tonight. He's going to go to the line and make the front end.
Foul was on number 0, Barry Penu, as the first one from Austin drops. Early on, we see the Demons trying to attack the paint, trying to get down on Oneman quick. Inbounded to Angu. Cross court pass to Penu.
Dangerous
passes. That's a turnover. Can't finish at the rim. Bounced around and hung up as that's a foul on.
I think that's going to
That'll
be
be
number
number
5.
5. That's Preston Lamar, his first of the night. First team foul as well.
See, and I think this is smart by Coach Brandt. You got to have pretty much all 5 guys in the backcourt because if this goes bad, you got to have the ability to get the ball down the floor.
Good job by Olsen, settling down, setting up an offense. Dictating pace of the game is Oneman's getting fronted down low. Another turnover for the Mustangs.
good idea, but where Schaefer probably is going to be too slow and not have the
Swatted
hands to
away,
do that.
3 already for Oneman. Mustangs in transition. Olsen drives in, puts up a little floater, can't get that to go, pulled down by Austin. So right away we see the defense presence down low by Oneman. That height advantage helping out. Missed shot. Pulled down by the Demons. As Austin drives baseline, kicked out. Good defense by Olsen.
Some contact there, no call. Austin, I think, looking to sell it a little bit. Oh.
Shot or pass? Who knows?
I think that was a pass as Austin's going to pull up there. Good hustle.
Shot short, but pulled down.
Nice job by Hankey to be in the right spot at the right time.
Good job by Pinu breaking the press.
Oh, but dribbled into trouble, got away with it. Be a good look for Deere.
Open 3 short by Deere.
Good job by Oneman. They had him boxed out.
Another 3 missed again, but pulled down by Deere. Good hustle play under the board, and Deere gets that one to fall. So 7-6, Mustangs up. Demons will take a timeout, so will we. 14-23, Mustangs lead. We'll see you after the break. Coming out of the timeout, Mustangs lead 7-6 with 14-23. So in this first kind of possession area or time, how have you evaluated the Mustangs in the first little bit?
I think they've done really well in terms of handling the Bismarck press. You can't expect to go without any kind of turnovers. Good contest there by Turomoni, but you've certainly got to do what you can. Nice look ahead and finish by Jackson Miller. Mustang Media's own Jackson Miller, but I think they've done a nice job of handling the pressure so far. They've active on D, active hands. They've gotten really good looks offensively, but what I think I've been most impressed with is the offensive rebounding. Offensive rebounding, there's a travel.
There's a travel on number 5. Good defense there, holding his ground.
Lamar it almost looked like in football, the turf monster just kind of like grabbed his foot, and he couldn't make any movement there. But I like the presence on the offensive glass. That last sequence, first Tommy Oneman kept it alive, then we see Caleb Deere with a great offensive rebound and putback. Again, for a team that struggled to score last year, that is hugely important that you're able to extend plays like that and get additional possessions. As Riley Rahr there is going to get it up to John.
Miller up top. Drives in, pulls up on the corner. Can't get that to fall, pulled down. That's number 23, Weston Scott. Scott in the corner, open 3. Air ball, pulled down by Miller.
Oh,
there's a foul on number 11. That's Lucas McNichols. That's his third team foul.
Grant, I think it's safe to say that our work will be cut out for us tonight in trying to keep up with all the Bismarck personnel changes that are going to take place. Just when you see one guy on the floor, a minute later there's another entire set of 5 guys out there. So that's going to keep us on our toes, that's for sure.
Open 3 from the wing. Turomoni connects from 3. Scott drives in, kicks out. Eagle staff drives in. He's fouled.
I think they're going to get Rahr on that.
No.
All right, we tried to get out on Eagle staff, but then he got around the corner on him, and ref determined there was a little too much bumping, and Rahr's going to pick up his first. That's the second team foul. Cheyenne with that 6-point lead right now.
Fisher, open, little floater. That's short,
It's a tough shot.
especially when you're that wide open.
Oh, that's not what, yeah.
And,
This might be a flush. Yeah.
and Eagle staff slams it down.
Yeah, Jackson Miller, you know, that's one of the areas that the cardinal rule in basketball that you do not pick up your dribble, and he picked it up right after he got over half court and left himself in a bad situation.
Deere drives baseline. Could stop, and he draws a foul there.
You know, and one thing that, you know, teammates can do, that was a really long pass, and we saw Eagle staff step in front of that last one by Miller. That's when, as a Mustang, you have to come to the ball.
Yep.
You can't stand and wait for it. The Demons are far too quick, and they're going to get their hands in there more times than not. So you have to actually come to the ball when you see your teammate pick up the dribble like that.
First shot from Deere is good. Ups the lead to 5 here. Second shot from Deere. And he connects. 2 for 2 from the line. Ups the lead to 6. As we see Bismarck bring it up quickly. Is that Scott? Oh, and they're going to call Rar on that one.
More time.
That's his second, third of the night for the Mustangs. As we see 4 new Bismarck Demons come in. Austin's the lone Demon staying in. Oneman checks in for Riley Rar, along with, who else was that? Pinu in for Miller.
Yep.
Hinkie pulls up for 3, and he connects.
There was a good job. Got to get it across there.
Corner 3 from Deere. And no good.
Got just about every part of the rim on that one, but no good.
Good kickoff. Good dish down low to Schaefer.
That's a good adjustment by Austin. Opening of the game, he was going all the way to the rack with that, and he was getting it swatted by Oneman. Good job rotating over by Turomoni. But that time, Austin dumps it off to Schaefer, and he had the inside position on Oneman, and Oneman couldn't get a piece of it.
Mustangs take a timeout, 14-13 with 11:27. We'll stay here, kind of talk through what we've seen so far from the Mustangs and the Demons.
Well, I think one thing, you know, this last 3-minute sequence, it illustrates it really well. No lead, you can't feel safe with any lead you have against Bismarck unless you get into that 25-30 point range, because they were down 6 just a few minutes ago, and now they've cut the lead to 1. They score in spurts, and so you just kind of have to weather those storms. You know there's going to be some rough patches,
Sure.
And you know, Coach Brandt trying to adjust personnel to find some way to smooth this out and keep offense on the floor, but also keep ball handlers. You're going to go through those rougher patches, but you know, with Bismarck, you just got to be careful.
Can't take that foot off the gas
No,
pedal.
you cannot. Never take it for granted that you've got a safe lead.
Down low to Moni. Moni finds Deere on the wing. Oneman drives down left side, puts up a shot, rolls
Great.
around the rim and falls. Early on, I think that's one thing is we're gonna have to set up an offense in our side of the court, not this fast-paced tempo stuff, and get it down low to Oneman. I think that'll do a lot of damage.
Well, and there's nothing wrong with pushing tempo, but just because you're pushing tempo doesn't mean that there's a fast break opportunity. You know, at some point you've got to recognize the numbers aren't there, the look that you're hoping for isn't there, and you pull it back and set up on that.
Deere to inbound. Gets it off to Pinu. Pinu back to Deere. Picks up a
That was
cross-court
close.
pass.
Yeah.
Ball goes off the Bismarck Demons. That'll be Cheyenne ball.
And because of that constant pressure and you get tired, it makes you want to get rid of the ball quickly. And really that's kind of what you have to overcome is that idea that, boy, I've got to get rid of the ball. You just kind of have to be willing to be uncomfortable and know that you're fine. you're not going to have to give it up, but there's one thing you don't want to do also is pick up that dribble. Schaefer baits Hahnemann into that, but great job. Looked very much like deer in a football season, going over D-backs and rising up to catch touchdown passes from Caden Olson.
Hankey on the wing already has a 3-a-day. That one's no good. Tipped around. Good hustle. Ball's fumbled around. It's on the floor. Back to Hankey, though. Wing 3, no good. Schaefer with the putback, and that's good. Cross-court pass to Deer. Deer on the wing, kicks back up top to Soliari. Mustangs looking to set up an offense. Modi down low. Can't handle the pass 100%.
Under 10 on the shot clock.
Irie gets a screen from Onaman. Good lob, and Tommy Onaman slams it down. Good feed from Soliari there, and Onaman just reaches up with that 6'8" frame and slams it down.
Good job by Onaman impacting that shot.
Moni from 3, can't connect, a little bit long.
Shot.
Deer follows it for him, but can't get that one to fall. Pulled down by Schaefer and the Demons. Hankey back with it. Wing 3. Can't get another one fall, but he follows his shot and scores at the rim.
That was a mental lapse, not boxing out on that one. Could be a little fatigue, and that's one thing that'll happen with this pressure that Bismarck goes. If you're a team that's trying to stay at an 8 or 9 man rotation and Bismarck's going 12 deep, eventually that wears you down a little bit.
Pinu drives baseline.
Flop there by Schaefer. No one was buying that.
Corner 3 from Deer. Yeah,
no one was buying that Pinu was going to knock down Schaefer that easily.
Trust me, I've gone up against Schaefer, and he's not that easy to knock down. This ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Cheyenne's ball.
5 new Demons.
4 new Mustangs.
4 new Mustangs. And that's what it takes. Got to keep guys on the floor that are fresh.
Yep. Rar finally gets it into Olson. Back to Angu.
Don't pick up that dribble.
Got to get it across now, as Angu finally does. Finds Olson, corner 3. Oh, in and out.
That's been 3 of those that bounced around and almost gone down for the Mustangs. They do enjoy a 3-point lead, but
and one opportunity for Eagle staff.
They haven't gotten them to fall. There's a little bit of that athleticism of Eagle staff. Gets to the rim, kind of flying sideways, gets it up, and still scores. And Tommy Onaman picks up his first.
4th team foul for the Mustangs.
You know, Grant, you would tend to think with the pressure defense that Bismarck plays that they would have 7 or 8 fouls by this point, but Cheyenne actually with 1 more team foul than Bismarck at this point.
Scores all knotted up at 20 with 7:50 left to go in this first half. As Miller has it up top, looking to set up an offense. Down low to Onaman. And that'll be a foul on Eagle staff.
Yeah. He didn't like it.
Demons early on doing a good job of fronting Onaman, limiting the access down low to him in the paint. But draws a foul there. As 3 new Demons check in. Pass handled by Onaman. Drives in. Puts a little floater at the rim and
good
connects.
Touch for the big man.
Austin looking to set up an offense of his own. Gets a screen. Drives in right side. Able to finish over Onaman at the rim.
Good job protecting the ball with that off shoulder by Austin and getting that ball over Onaman.
Rar brings it up past half court.
Ooh, dangerous, but he gets away with it.
Angu finds Olson in the corner. Oh, and that one's just hard off the back iron. Austin drives in, kicks out to Austin in the corner. Corner 3 off the side of the backboard, and that's a fast break for the Mustangs as Miller goes up with the right hand, and that's automatic from Jackson Miller. Ball's fumbled around a bit. Open 3. That's Tyler Lutzen connecting. As the Demons take the lead at 25-24. Deep home run pass to Oneman. Oneman goes up. Finishes with the left hand. Good job contorting his body.
Good agility by the big man.
Lamar with a 3 attempt, but can't get that to fall. Pulled down by the big man. Angu pushes pace to Nolson. Good patience by Nolson. Jump step and the connection.
Going to get Angao on the reach on that, and probably a little lack of patience as 4 more Demons onto the floor. Deer returns. Oneman's going to go out. The pace does not slow down when you play the Demons.
No, it does not.
Offensively and defensively, you've got to be strapped in for that. So this is a small lineup as far as things go for Cheyenne.
Beaver
but
with
should
their
be a
ball.
quicker lineup.
Mustangs able to get across half court pretty easily. Miller chopped the key pass on the wing to Olsen. Back up to Rar. Rar 3, no good, but pulled down by the Mustangs. Scrum on the ground.
Great job by Deer.
That's an athlete right there as he calls a timeout. 28-25. 5:30 left in this first half. We'll stay here. We're gonna lean. We're lean. We're efficient, and we don't complicate things. This keeps us focused on offering clients the best possible solutions. Apex Engineering Group. There is no B team. So we see a little life back into the Mustangs. A little more energy as both teams are going at it 100 miles an hour. Mustangs have done a good job keeping up Demons, keeping the bodies fresh by subbing in more kids.
Yeah, that's just how Bismarck plays. That constant stream of bodies coming in, and Cheyenne led. They gave up the lead briefly. Now they're back up by 3, and that ebb and flow of a game like this is just natural against a team like Bismarck because of that pressure D. As we said, they'll go on spurts, but then they'll also give up, a run of 6 or 8 points by an offense as well when Bismarck's on defense. So, I think it's just important that you play all 18 minutes, both halves. You can't. There's no possibility of taking time off or resting when you're on the floor when you're playing Bismarck.
And when the Mustangs have been able to set it up in their end and run their offense, they've been able to score efficiently, getting it down to
They've gotten really good looks
Really
tonight.
good looks. Some of them haven't been able to fall, but that you can't really.
No,
get
if
too
you're a
about
coach,
that.
you can't be discouraged
No.
at the looks that you're getting.
Rar up top. Deep 3 from Rar. Just short, pulled down by the Demons. Schumacher
Good Euro
goes up.
step by Schumacher there. Gets past Rar.
Or, excuse me, that's Weston Scott. Rar gets inbound pass it back to Deer. Cross-court pass. Ooh, risky pass again, but they're going to get Carter Hankey on the foul.
On that one, yeah. Those have been taken stolen by Bismarck a couple times. That one is going to work out for Cheyenne as Hankey picks up the fouls. So both teams now with 5 team fouls with just under 5 to play in the first half.
Miller up top. Dribbles in. Angu feeds Deer down low.
They're going to call off the ball foul there on number 13 for Bismarck. That's Ross Fisher. I think going to say he had a little hold of Deer there as he knew he was in trouble. He was fronting Deer, but he had no help on the back side, on the weak side, and Deer was going to get a really good look there.
Deer in the corner. Good job by Eaglestaff getting back to his man. As the Mustangs work it up top.
Now, this is the thing with that small lineup. You don't have anyone posting per se.
Good
Great
board
job
there by Deere. As Rar tries another three and can't get that one to fall. Pulled down by Allen. Allen goes in with the right hand, but good defense by Rar, able to disrupt that shot.
See, and that's an instance where Bismarck got Cheyenne going fast. They thought there was something there, and we end up throwing the ball away, and that's an unforced error, unfortunately.
McNichols up top, hands it off to Allen. Good hands by Angu, tipping that ball away, but Eagle staff able to get the pass.
Tried to step back, couldn't get the look he wanted. Nice drive there.
That's Hankey with the right hand. Take the lead back for the Demons. Angu drives in, hands off to Deere. Good cut by Angu, good find by Deere. And Angu's fouled. He'll go to line to shoot two.
Staff, I think, on that one. Nope. Nope, I think that's on Austin.
That's his second. 17 foul for the Demons, so the Mustangs are in the bonus. Angu's first shot rolls in and out as three new Mustangs. That's Oneman, Irie, and Pinu.
I think.
Pinu will be in for the shooter.
I think, yeah, he's for the shooter. He's for Angao.
Out checks Olsen and Rar. As Angu's second shot is underway. He's able to connect with that one, 1-2. Knots it all up at 29 with 3:32 left to go here in the first half. Yankee dribbles it up the far side. Hands it up to Schaefer at the top of the wing, or top of the key, excuse me. He dribbles all the way around. Scott drives in, puts up a floater with that left hand, too hard.
Oh, there's a look.
Good presence. As Deere jumps in, finishes at the rim with the right hand in the fast break transition. Good presence by Oneman down low, expects a shot from Schaefer, and draws the foul.
Yeah.
So that'll be Oneman going to the line, shoot 1-1 opportunity.
I think that's Preston Lamar that's going to pick up that foul. Send Oneman to the line.
Quinn Hafner into the Demons. Oneman looking to up the lead to 3 here with this shot. And he's able to do so. Earns a second opportunity at the line. Three minutes left to go here in the first half. And he's 2 for 2, perfect at the line. It's the lead to 4 as Yankee brings the ball up near side.
Oh, there's
Watson dribbles in, gets another travel here.
Stop. That was a good job.
Good defense there by Irie.
Yeah. Lutzen was looking to go with the pass there, and Irie jumped in that passing lane. There was nothing that he could do about it, and ends up taking an extra step.
Pino dribbles the ball up back to Deere. Good movement by the Mustangs. Irie's guarded on the near wing. Gets a screen. Good slip down. That's
going to be
kicked
a
out
kick.
of bounds. Yep. As
Weston Scott, I think, got his foot on that.
Eagle staff and McNichols check in for the Demons. For Lutzen and Scott. Oneman. Good screen. Good defense there by Doctor to challenge that. Gets it down to Oneman. Kick out to Irie. Irie corner 3. Unable to connect, but good boxing out by Oneman. He draws a foul.
Yeah, I think they're going to get Doctor on that one. Had a piece of Oneman's arm.
Good job by Oneman.
No, Lutzen again.
Good job by Oneman. all throughout this first half. He's established his presence down there. He's drawn fouls by boxing out. Causing not those frustration fouls, but those fouls where it's just a 6'8" dude who's just dominating down there.
And that's why Schaefer's back in right now, because Oneman is being so dominant on the boards.
Shot's hard. Misses that one. Brings it up the far side. Swatted away by Oneman. Rebound, though, by Schaefer. And he gets the putback point and the and one opportunity.
Good hustle back by Oneman there, but no one accounting for Schaefer. Barry's going to pick that one up, his second.
Schaefer shot hard off back iron. Good patience by Oneman. Kicks it to Pinu. Deer cross court pass to Miller.
Yeah, be patient here. Work for the shot that you want.
Oneman looking to work down low. Pinu's contested up top. Good pressure by the Demons. Oneman able to get down low. Fade away jumper. Ooh, just in and out. Get a pretty
Little
good
Dirk Nowitzki there.
Pretty good look for the Mustangs as Eagle Staff pulls up from 3. That's off the backboard hard. Good patience by Deer, goes up.
And that was smart. I think Eagle Staff has 2 fouls on him. Deer recognizing that, forcing the issue and making Eagle Staff either back off or contest. And I don't think Eagle Staff wants to pick up that third here before halftime. And so he had no choice but to let Deer go up with that.
But again, good patience by Deer, good shot selection. He kind of hesitated so he could get the good angle, the good look at that, instead of just driving in with his head cut off. As Hafner drives in, no good. Schaefer down low. Good defense
Not even
by
a tie
Pinu.
up, they're saying.
Pinu drives in. That'll be on the ground. That'll be Hafner's first, I believe so. Oh, no, that's on McNichols. Excuse me. 10th team foul for the Demons.
Double bonus. So less than a minute and a chance to extend the lead to 6 here.
First shot's good from Pinu. 5 new Bismarck Demons in as Miller exits the game.
Again, should be an advantage for Cheyenne with Oneman's height here. Although with only a minute left, probably not going to get a ton of opportunities possession-wise.
Pinu's second shot rolls around. It's 1 of 2 from the line. Scott drives in, hands it off, but Tommy Oneman there to disrupt that. And that's Ross Fisher connecting for 3. Gets it upfield, or up court, excuse me, to Oneman.
Different season, Grant, different season.
Different season. I got to get my mind off football. Deer up top.
Waiting for Oneman to come across, see if they can find him. Good job down low. Yeah, that was
Hands
a
it
difficult
right
pass.
Oh, but number that's Luke Doctor with
Doctor
the
travels
travel
on that. He established great position. That was a really tough pass, and he intercepts it and then takes the step.
Hands it right back over the Mustangs. Shot clock's off, 13.7 seconds left to go. Mustangs lead by 2, 36-34. Olsen with the ball. Pass to Irie. Irie gets a screen from Oneman. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Oneman. He was moving there. And it'll be Bismarck Demons ball with 6.6 seconds left.
That's 7. That should be the bonus.
That'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity, excuse me. Moni checks in for Oneman. They're going to get Moni on that one. Didn't establish position there, and they're going to get called for the body. 1-on-1 opportunity here for the Demons. Doctor checks in for Schaefer there. Makes the first one. Allen looking to see if he can tie this one up. 36 all. And he does. 36-36, 2.5 seconds left. Mustangs have the ball here. Pinu lobs one up.
Oh, and draws iron.
Draws iron, but unable to fall. 36 all. Mustangs and Demons tied at half. We'll step away for a little minute, quick minute. Be back with our first half analysis and our thoughts on the second half.
I chose a career in manufacturing because I wanted to come into work and not be at a desk all day. So with my role, I get to be out on the floor and working with other people, and then come back to my desk and try and solve some of the problems that they're facing.
When people look at a manufacturing plant, they mostly just see line work. But there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that allows you to explore different kinds of network interfaces or problem-solving situations. There's machines and computers and human interface devices that are constantly being innovated into a manufacturing workplace.
The best days at work are when you get to solve the problem, or when you finally get that aha moment and you know, okay, like this is gonna be it, like this is what we've been thinking about, this is what we've been hoping for.
Knowing that I'm a part of building something very unique and important, that just makes me very proud.
What does it take to make fitness part of your lifestyle? It's intention. It's commitment. It's resilience. It's who you are. You put in the time and effort to stay active. Our expert orthopedic and sports medicine providers also put in the time and effort to invest in new methods and treatments. Whatever you do to stay active, we are here to keep you moving. It's just who we are. Orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Touchmark is a place where you can really be yourself. It's a complete family atmosphere, from the residents to the team members to the community.
There is just such a homey feeling here.
The energy and the positivity, I think, is what's really important. You come in, you feel like you're part of a family, you're building a relationship, you're building friendships.
We feel very blessed to be here at Touchmark.
It's incredibly important to create that family atmosphere, which is what Touchmark really values. At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
I'm Kylie and I work at Marvin. The training I received when starting at Marvin was very in-depth. When I moved to Marvin's new facility in Fargo, I was kind of nervous about the new machines that I was going to have to be working with, but I was also very excited because this robot that I get to work with is the coolest thing I've ever done. I love the people that I work with. Belonging to Marvin feels like a second home, somewhere that you can just kind of go to, not super stressful, you can enjoy your day and you can laugh. Come work with me at Marvin, we're an amazing team.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
Hi, I'm Joni and I work at Marvin. So when I first started, my training was very extensive. I was able to advance fairly quickly within Marvin, and it's just a matter of telling people that you're interested and really applying yourself. Belonging to Marvin feels like you're part of something, though it's more than just a job. For me, it's a career, and it's been a really exciting journey for me.
In this place, we face obstacles like nowhere else. The clock, the trail, the hill, the challenge that's always waiting. When that challenge comes, we'll meet it together. Because this, it's your chance to show what you're made of. Tenacity, resilience, and the power to prove that the toughest competition comes from within. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
Welcome back to the boys basketball game here at Cheyenne High School. Mustangs and Demons are tied at 36 all. Dan, what was your analysis of this first half?
Well, you know, kind of what you would expect in a game that any game that Bismarck's a part of. You know, fast-paced, kind of herky-jerky. You score in spurts. You struggle for a little bit. You commit some fouls, some turnovers, and then you look really good for a couple minutes. It's kind of the nature of what they're trying to do to teams. I think Cheyenne's hung in there well. They've done well on the offensive glass and really on the defensive glass. Couple lapses defensively on rotations, and a lot of that's just because of the speed of Bismarck. Guys are just a step slow on the rotation.
Right.
But I think they've done a nice job overall. They've certainly gotten looks. I don't know what our three-point percentage is, but we've gotten plenty of open looks, good looks, just have had trouble knocking it down tonight. But I think anytime you go into a halftime or come out of a halftime against a team like this that you know can really disrupt what you're trying to do and you're tied, it means you have a chance. And I think, you know, it's the team that's going to play all 18 minutes of this second half that's going to get it done. You know, Bismarck obviously ended the first half with 10 team fouls, so, you know, foul trouble could start to become an issue for them, and I think that's what you want to do. Deer smartly in the first half, you know, took it straight at Eaglestaff, trying to dare him, hey, do you want to try and block this and risk that third foul, or are you just going to let me get to the hoop? So I think that's what you have to do, and that's what you kind of have to turn the tables on a Bismarck. You have to attack them. and force them to guard you as well.
And that's something Ottoman has been doing really well, of offensively and defensively grabbing those boards and contesting, making it harder on the Demons, drawing fouls that way as well.
And that's what Tommy's going to do all year. Is he's a great rim protector, and even the few times Turo Moni was down there, he did a nice job of contesting as well. Obviously not quite as tall, doesn't have the reach that Tommy does, but they've done a decent job with that. Hasn't been perfect against the press, no, but that's going to happen, especially the first game out of the block. This is a tough ask when you have a team that you're trying to kind of build some continuity with, and you're asking them to deal with a Bismarck defense like this. I think one thing I'd like to see, is one, don't catch and put the ball on the floor right away. Survey the floor and see what you have. Don't pick up the ball in the danger zones, the zones that you're not supposed to. And then, if a pass is coming to you, you've got to come and meet that pass, especially if we're looking at a skip pass or a cross-court pass, because Bismarck is going to do whatever they can to get an easy steal out of that. So if they shoot better in the second half for the Mustangs, I like their chances here tonight. But don't feel safe with any lead. Know that Bismarck's going to keep coming at you for all 18 minutes of the second half.
And that was probably one of the bigger things I noticed in that first half, is they were getting good looks and being tied with a team at halftime like the Demons, who disrupt your scoring by using that press, that high tempo, that trap. It's nothing to be ashamed of or disappointed about.
Absolutely
especially
not.
when you're getting those shots. And once those shots start to fall, which they will, then the lead starts to grow.
Well, and then you build, but it's hard to build rhythm and continuity in an offense when it's defense like this.
Sure.
Just a real quick update here of some scores around the state here tonight. The Minot Magicians, who the Mustangs will take on tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock. If you're not able to make it to the gym here, please consider joining us on Mustang Media. Minot is up 71-40 on West Fargo with only less than a minute to go. Excuse me, in that one. And then Bismarck Century is leading Moorhead 40-36 just before halftime of that one. No update on the Cheyenne and Bismarck girls score. If we are able to get that, we will certainly update you, as we see Cheyenne starting in a little zone to start things out. Hankey starts it with a 3.
Good look from Hankey there as the Demons stay in that full court press. Penu able to break the press, kicks the Deer. Oh, excuse me, Penu. Had some teachers comment on my pronunciation. I apologize.
That is okay. It's the first, just like it's the first game for the Mustangs, it's the first game for
Exactly.
us.
Exactly.
So this is what you got to be careful of if you're Cheyenne. You can't let Bismarck go on a big run here, and we're going to throw that one away. Not exactly the start you're hoping for if you're Coach Brandt, giving up 5 quick ones and then a quick turnover, and we're not even a minute into the second half, and there's a fresh set of Demons coming onto the floor. It's relentless, the pressure that they come at you with, and quite honestly, in the East, I don't think you see a lot of teams that play that way. Good screen and roll there. Doctor rolls to the hoop and gets an easy basket even over Tommy Ottoman. And so now the Bismarck lead is 7, and Coach Brandt's going to have to take a timeout after this jam.
And another turnover leads to the transition dunk there by Eaglestaff.
Yeah.
Timeout taken by Tim Brandt. Demons lead 45-36, 16-42. We're going to take a timeout and be right back after that.
Hi, I'm TJ Oshie here at Marvin headquarters in Warroad, Minnesota. The Lake Town way of life is appealing to so many people.
We've got a thriving school system, coffee shops, breweries, restaurants, and hockey is the hub of our community. We're probably the last place left in Minnesota where hockey is actually free.
The way Marvin supports the town supports Marvin is awesome.
There's opportunities for you, work hard, self-educate. The sky's the limit here at Marvin.
Mustang fans, this broadcast is sponsored in part by Touchmark at Harwood Groves, a full-service retirement community complete with a health and fitness club, offering fitness classes, personal training, and more so you can stay active with your grandkids for years to come. Visit touchmarkfargo.com to learn more.
Quick little Miller does a good job of defeating that press.
Well,
gets
and
it on our
that's
side. Good pass down low to Oneman. Oneman goes up with that left hand, and that's, you know, they did a good job of fronting Oneman, but Oneman able to use that length. A good pass over top as Oneman swats that one away.
It's just keeping your cool under pressure. And there they're going to get Eagle Staff. That was body down below. It was clean up top, and that's what he was telling the fans, the Mustang fans, but he did get him with the body. That's only Eagle Staff's second, so that is going to be okay for him starting. Noah Olson going to have a chance to shoot 2 here and get the lead back to 5 for the Demons.
Olson's first shot bounces around and is in. Eagle Staff checks out as 3 new Bismarck Demons check in. Hankey, Lamar, and Watson check in for the Demons.
Yeah, and again, less than a minute. You know, it is almost reminiscent of hockey shifts. You want to keep these guys fresh so that they're giving you maximum effort out on the floor. Good job by Caleb
Good
Deere.
board by Deere and draws another foul. So early on, the Demons committing fouls in the second half as they committed 10 team fouls in the first.
Doctor picks up his second.
And that was in the shooting motion, so Deere will go to line, shoot 2.
I think if you're keeping the book for a Bismarck game, you almost have to have 2 or 3 pens in reserve because of the number of fouls and lead changes and all the things you have to record. It will keep you on your toes, that's for sure, as Deere is going to make both and cut the lead for Bismarck to 4. Cheyenne retreats. They're going to go back to, no, they're going to stay in that zone.
Drives around. They're going to call a foul on
Angao. Yeah.
Excuse me, there you go.
I think John was looking for the fact that Lamar put that shoulder into him, but refs are saying that Angao is the one who initiated the contact, so Lamar's going to go to the line for 2. First one off back iron.
And as I look down, the Bismarck Demons, they got a couple statisticians down there working, as you said. They're doing they got a tough job cut out for them here.
They do.
As the second shot falls. Lead is up to 5 for the Demons.
That's how you beat a press.
Oneman slams it down. Transition, you saw Hankey fall down there, and Oneman took advantage of that and slams it down.
That's the way to beat the press with the pass. Good angles there. Caleb Deere trying to get the defense pumped up here. Good contest by Oneman. In and out by Lamar. And they're going to find Angao.
Fade away, a little spinning fade away. Doesn't get that to fall. Maybe if he waited a half second, I saw Deere cutting to the rim open as Hankey pulls up and connects from a wing 3.
Good transition. This is going to turn into a track meet here.
Noel Olson's fouled. He'll go to line.
I don't know that a track meet probably works into Cheyenne's favor because they're not going as deep with their bench as Bismarck is. But when it presents itself, you're obligated to try and push tempo and get good chances. I mean, that's going to be the 3rd foul on Doctor there. You're going to have to push and take those shots and then hope that you can convert at the line as Noah Olson makes the front end.
Schaefer, Carson Hankey, and Grant Bieber check in for the Bismarck Demons. 15-18, 44-49, Demons lead here in the second half. Olson, second shot is underway. Second shot off back iron.
Schaefer and Oneman battling in the trenches down there.
They're going to call a...
I don't know what they're going to call on that.
Discussion.
A
lane violation there on the Bismarck Demons.
That's a late whistle if that's a lane violation, but I didn't see a foul called. So apparently a lane violation, but that was about 2 seconds after it hit the back iron. So I would have expected the whistle immediately.
Olsen takes full advantage of that. Cuts the lead down to 4.
They got the mismatch there, but couldn't take advantage. They got Schaefer against Angao, but they couldn't get it to him. And so just like that, Cheyenne has a chance to pull within 1 or 2 on this possession.
Lamar fumbles the ball out of bounds. 4 new Demons looking to check in as Angao gets it on the wing. Gear up top. Quick little move there.
Good
handoff. And Angao finishes at the rim.
Great job by Angao recognizing his player took his eye off him. And whenever that player turns his back to you, when you can read his number on the back, just like in football, that's when you don't block. In basketball, when you see that number on back of the jersey, you should be heading to the hoop. And that was a great cut by Angao. Great find by Deere, who, as we said, was one of the assist leaders in the EDC last year.
Showing off his former quarterback skills.
Yeah, just staying calm. Yeah. And that's what happens.
That's Scott connects for the 2. And that's something the Mustangs, like I said earlier, they have to keep the pedal down. They can't let up and have those silly little turnovers like that. That'll cost them, and that'll
mental errors are costly. That's for sure. There was a great job by Jackson Miller.
Jackson Miller's
changing direction, and that floater gets him back within 2. Austin eyeing up a drive here. I was going to say there was contact there by Olsen. Looked like the ref waited half a second there, but they're going to get Olsen on the drive. That's only his first.
Noah Olsen, excuse me. Very physical player. Shows it there. But sometimes that physicality, especially when he's not in foul trouble, kind of helps in favor of the Mustangs, especially when you got big bodies out there. An extra scrappy, quicker physical player helps out with that rebound category and that hustle play category, like we said earlier in the keys to the game. Second shot falls. Leads up to 3. Mustangs need to get across half court as they do. Deere down low, goes up with the right hand, no good. Hahnemann able to pull it down. He goes up with the left hand and scores over Eagle staff.
Tommy is really good with that left hand. A little Euro step by Austin doesn't fall. Gets his own rebound and finishes it. But Tommy is really good with that left hand. Just not
Another
a pass you have to have.
Exactly.
Good anticipation there.
Good hands by Olsen. Oh, fumbles the ball a bit. Lost his dribble. He has to get it out.
Now he's stuck. He's got to get out of there. Good job.
Deere drives in left side. Spins around, hands off to Angao, and Angao's fouled and go to line shoot 2. Another good pass to Angao down low by Deere.
And that's the key on offense. Any offense, if you're active without the ball, that makes you so difficult to guard. And, with defensive principles that players are taught, helping out, rotating, taking responsibility, you can get yourself lots of good looks that way. And Angao, we've seen that twice here in the last couple minutes with just some simple basket cuts, is getting the ball and getting a chance to score.
First shot from Angao, no good.
Some wholesale changes here for both teams. As Barry Penn, who's going to come in if Angao makes this, he does. So only Noah Olsen stays for the Mustangs. And I think just Austin stays for the Demons. So
moving bodies out for both sides here. Austin gets a screen, pulls up from that wing spot, 3 off back iron. Turnover by Austin. Good hands by Olsen. Moni, good idea there as Olsen drives in, puts up a contested shot.
Wild.
Yeah. Something where you need to slow down, get that good shot selection.
A jump stop and just going up strong would have been just fine. I don't know if that was Hanky there, if he was expecting his man to make a cut out to the wing.
Hey, passed it
but
right to his teammate.
He sailed that one about 8 feet wide.
Right to his teammate. Just happens the teammate wasn't in the game.
So take a little time here and set up for something. Get a shot that you are looking for, one that you're okay with here.
Moni deep three, and Moni connects in the face of Jack Schaefer.
And Cheyenne back with the lead, and just like that, Bismarck putting up a shot.
They're going to get Moni on a foul there down low.
You know, I think Turo was fine with the hands straight up, but as soon as those hands came down, that's when the refs almost always are going to go ahead and call that one on you.
And that's what Coach Brandt is telling Moni down there. His hands went down.
And that's where the foul came, yeah.
Schaefer misses another free throw. Schaefer, excuse me.
Yeah, you're fine.
That's right. No.
Got you questioning them
Yeah,
all
you got
now.
me questioning. Misses his third of the night. Pulled down by Penu.
Yep.
Got that one.
Nice patience there. Nice patience. Just move the ball.
Penu drives in right side. Puts
There's
up a
a good
contested
take.
shot and scores. Penu scores over Bieber there.
And that's one that we're having trouble figuring out. That high screen from Schaefer, we're not jumping that screen. We're choosing to go underneath it, and that's leaving Bismarck players with an open three. And they're waiting here for the line change.
Another foul on Bismarck. That's where, like we said earlier, that's our third key to the game is those hustle plays. Not only do they maybe steal an extra possession, but they might also draw another foul, which can lead to free throws later in the game.
Absolutely. Gets you to that bonus a little faster, or the double bonus.
Make Bismarck maybe play more cautiously as well with that press.
Oh.
Ooh. They're going to get Irie on that one.
That's going to send Fisher to the line.
That's his fourth team foul for the Mustangs. Is that a foul that, as a coach, you're okay with taking on that fast break, or would you rather?
Well, you know, the fact that he missed and you sent him to the line, that's fine. But it seems like almost half the time you end up with a and one opportunity, and that's what hurts. You compounded the bad pass with a foul on. Yeah, and that's what you don't want to see. Fisher's going to convert both, and it works out the same. But that's something that tends to happen. Is, you know, a player knows they made a mistake and they're trying to make up for it in that second, and then they get a little too aggressive, and like we said, ends up with an and one opportunity for the other team, and that's not what you want.
Inbounds to Penu. Working on Bieber. Gets it up to Rar. Good patience there. Finds Olsen in the corner. Olsen drives in. Tries to kick out to Moni. Saved by Moni. Moni, wing three. Oh, just hard. And Allen looks to push pace, goes up.
A little flop there, but now going the other way.
Mustangs.
Again, only if you have numbers. And Bismarck's going to bail him out and commit a foul.
Irie with a wise job of holding up there and drawing that foul. Realized he doesn't have the look he wants and pulls it back a little.
So an update, the final was Minot beating the Packers tonight 73-40, and Minot in the top 5 of the preseason Class 2A poll. And Bismarck Century up 12, 56-44 on Moorhead with about 14 minutes left in the half.
Moni down low, gets double teamed, kicks out to Penu up top. Penu drives in. Almost finishes, but can't. Good defense there by Allen, and he gets the board as well.
And that's one when Moni got doubled, that means someone is not being guarded, and that's when you need to get somebody going to the basket like we've seen Angao do a couple times tonight. So Bismarck back up one.
Good finish there by Lamar with the left hand. Irie picks up his dribble, hands it off though to Olsen. Moni top of the key. Good handoff to Olsen. Olsen goes up, rolls around and in. Good find by Moni and good finish
cut
at the rim.
Yeah, good cut, good finish by Noah Olsen.
You're going to call a foul there on
Olsen, I think.
Yeah.
So we have 4 of each team waiting to get in. That'll send Austin to the line for 2. With the Demons down 1. Coming up on 10 to go here in the second half. Pace has not slowed down at all from the first half.
First free throw is good from Austin. One thing I will say, the hardest part about this job is, especially for me, is I know these Cheyenne players by their first name, by their nickname. So when you get them in and you have to call them by their last name, it gets a little tricky.
It really does, and you know, and then when you have a team like Bismarck where there's so many kids, you know, most teams that we see are going to go 8 deep, maybe 9 deep, but you know, Bismarck going 12 deep is a different story. Good idea by Penu, but they've struggled with that entry pass all night to Oneman.
Hankey with active hands. Little pump fake there, back out to Hankey on the wing. Gets a screen from Schaefer. Goes down to Trapp, back out to Austin. Austin looks for another screen.
Yeah, that high screen and roll has worked well for Bismarck this half, and Schaefer puts it back up and in.
Oneman on the wing. Pass Penu, excuse me. Miller looking down low, but good defense there by Schaefer. Tips it down low to Oneman. Oneman working on the low block. Goes up with that left hand. Can't get that to connect. Good defense by their Schaefer.
But a decent look. Nothing wrong with
look,
that opportunity. Good crossover. Good change of direction and speed by Austin.
Penu brings the ball up near side.
Good job not picking up the dribble there.
Little floater over Schaefer. Little short. Can't get that to fall.
No one accounting for Hankey back there. He turns it over. 2-on-1 opportunity. Penu just speeds past Austin.
And one thing I'm noticing right now is both teams look tired on that fast break. That wasn't a very fast break.
No, they are. You can see they're starting to get gassed here. And that's why you have 5 Bismarck guys waiting to come in. But Cheyenne without that.
Another block there by Oneman. And they're going to say Bismarck stepped out of bounds. That'll be Cheyenne ball. That's 5 or 6 for Oneman on today's game.
This is almost, you know, for Coach Brandt, they've used so many timeouts. It's almost an instance where you want to use a timeout maybe as a chance to rest your guys, but because they've had to use timeouts earlier in the game, they only have the one left, so he doesn't have really much option but to let these guys go. Got to come to the ball. There you go, Jackson. That was smart.
Open wing 3 for Deere. Oh, just off back iron. Unable to connect that opportunity. And as you see, the Mustangs only going 9 deep on their bench, which in a normal game is a fairly normal amount, but you see the Bismarck Demons with almost everybody with their warm-up off as Eagle staff connects from 3.
Yeah, that was out by the volleyball line, and Bismarck back up by 3.
Penu inbounds the ball, gets across half court. Say over and back.
Say over and back. He had trouble corralling that, and they're going to say I think he bounced the ball on the line, and that's going to be an over and back. Noah Olsen back in for Penu.
64-61. Demons lead with 7:26 here left in the second half. Eagle staff with another 3. That's off back iron, unable to get that to fall, but good rebound there by Weston Scott, and he gets his putback to fall. Angao drives in, stumbles a bit, picks up his dribble. Miller looking to set up an offense here. Gets Angao on the wing up top to Deere. Feeds down low to Oneman. Oneman working and almost puts it right on top of Eagle staff. I don't know if you call that a dunk, but it's just like he reached over and put it in the bucket. Bieber drives in. Swatted away by Oneman. Gets the better of Eaglestaff on that one.
Good fill there by Tommy. Good find by Deer. It was clean by Eaglestaff, but that was really good job by Tommy filling the lane, coming down the middle on the break there.
The Eaglestaff is having a conversation there with the student section. If I had to guess, that was Colby Walter down there talking to him.
Now, why would you have guessed that?
I don't know. I see him talking. Saw it. It's not like he would do anything like that.
Good job by Deer.
His first fall.
And they're going to get Austin, I think, on that one.
Sorry, Colby, for calling you out there. But Deer will go to the line to shoot 2.
There's so many Bismarck players, it's hard to keep track of who might be in foul trouble, who might not be in foul trouble. I want to say
it also doesn't help that they got 2 sets of brothers.
Well, and that's true. And I want to say, now they've corrected it on the scoreboard. That was Austin's 3rd.
Okay. All right.
Oh, great find.
Good defense
hustle
there by
Deer.
Oh.
Deer hustling back. Hankey was wide open. Great find by Austin. And Deer came from out of nowhere, swatted it from behind. And in trying to save it, Jackson Miller just couldn't hang on when the Bismarck player threw it back in.
Schaefer up top, hands off to Allen. Allen drives in left side. Good defense by Olsen to pass it away, and that's off
threw
Austin.
It off Austin.
Good heads-up hustle play by Noah Olsen there. This Quinn Wallstrom's on the bench firing these guys up. That's one thing you need in a game like this is energy, not only in the game but on the bench.
Yeah, you got to have somebody that is willing to, make you push yourself harder than what you think you can.
3 from Miller, no good.
Kept alive by Oneman. Good find. Can he convert? Yes, he can.
Over Schaffer. Tommy Oneman with the left hand.
Everyone they thought Oneman was too far underneath, and he wasn't going to be able, and everyone kind of went to cover up on a Mustang, and then Oneman just finds enough room to put it up over Schaefer and finish. That's only Deer's first 6 team fouls, so Cheyenne in the bonus. Bismarck will be in it on the next one.
Oneman checks out. Moni checks in for him as Schaefer checks out.
And a 1-point lead for Bismarck with 5:35 to go.
Fisher drives baseline. Kicks out. Corner 3, no good. Angao. They're going to say that's off Bismarck. That'll be.
Looked like Fisher came in and just kind of, in trying to corral it, popped it out of
That'll
bounds.
be Mustangs ball. Back and forth game all game. Demons up by 1 point, 66-65.
Ooh, that was dangerous.
And
that, they're going to say Deer touched it last. Again, no need to get rid of it right away. It's not a hot potato. You need to recognize if no one has come to you, then you don't need to get rid of it right away.
You have plenty of time to get it across.
Here's that hot, no. Going to find Austin coming around there, and now that was well diagnosed by Olsen. Still
Austin
a good move by Austin,
right hand.
but that was well played by Noah Olsen.
Angao gets it across.
Oh, and he
picks up his dribble.
Yeah,
in
the danger zone, right over half court. Oh, big move by Austin.
Couldn't get that one to fall.
Got to recover now. That ball's moving around.
Hits the bottom of the rim there, Austin does. Mustangs get in transition. Deer goes up. Can't finish his own shot. Brandt looking for a call there as Austin's 3 doesn't go. They're going to call a
foul on Bismarck.
There,
that should be the bonus.
Number 21, Luke Doctor. That's his fourth.
Turo heading to the bench for a little water, and he's the one shooting.
Didn't realize he had the opportunity.
So he comes back in, and Tommy Oneman will be in for Turo if he sinks both of these.
Hard off back iron, doesn't get that to fall. Oneman will have to wait a little bit to check in. Hanky on the wing. Swings it all the way around. Drives in, good dish to Eaglestaff. Eaglestaff goes up, and he's able to finish. Good finish through a couple of Cheyenne defenders there. Miller gets it across. Picks up his dribble. We're going to call it. Timeout there.
Yeah, it's Cheyenne's last timeout. Jackson, I think, knew he was in trouble, so he called the timeout.
One of the Bismarck Demons players, though, there I saw called the timeout, isn't that?
Well, they didn't have possession, so they couldn't. So that's going to be on Cheyenne.
All right, so excuse me. Bismarck Demons lead 70-65. 4:03 left here to go in the second half. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back with you. Eaglestaff cut there, but good defense, but off-ball defense. Eaglestaff up top, pulls up three, and that's hard off the backboard. Wide open three in the corner, and nothing but air. Pulled down there by Oneman. Cross-court pass to Angau. Good job there by the Mustangs, taking care of that press. We get a wide open corner three for Noah Olson, and Noah Olson connects from three, gets the bench fired up. Cuts the lead to 2. Eaglestaff guarded by Deere. Good defense. Steps and good defense by Deere, disrupting that. And gets his own rebound, or gets the rebound as Noah Olson fires another three and connects. Noah Olson with the three to get the lead. 71-7 Mustangs.
Seemed like he hardly had time to set himself, but still able to convert. A good finish there at the rim by Eaglestaff with the left hand.
That's something Noah Olson does do well, though, is he gets that ball off quickly and in the corner, a shot like that. That's his specialty. As the Cheyenne Mustangs take a timeout, the Demons, take a timeout. Bismarck Demons lead 72-71 with 2:28 left here in the second half. We'll take a quick break and be right back with you.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not, as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
Mustang fans, you don't hire engineers that are good enough. You hire the very best. Incidentally, so do we. Apex Engineering Group, there is no B team.
It would be pretty bad if you hired a good enough contractor, good enough engineer.
True. Bismarck Century leads the Moorhead Spud 71-54 in boys action, and no update on the girls game out at Bismarck.
Oh, as Noel Olson lets that one go right through his hands, turns the ball over for the Demons.
So some situational subbing here by Coach Wilhelm as he's going to bring in his scorers, Eagle staff, Schaefer for some rebounding. Bismarck hanging on to that 1-point lead with 2:22 to go.
Austin do a good job of directing traffic here. Gets a screen from Schaefer, drives in, kicks out. Looking to reset things.
That's a travel.
They're going to call a travel on Hankey. Good job by Oneman, kind of playing that two-way goals situation with
not committing
exactly,
just staying back and forces Hankey to drag that trail foot, that pivot foot. And that was as much time as we've seen Bismarck eat off the clock on a possession all night. They got the play clock down to the shot clock down to less than 10 on that. And that one is thrown away.
Tries to lob it up, but sometimes fancy isn't the way to go. And
not when you're protecting a 1-point lead inside of 2 minutes.
You don't need a big-time alley-oop. And I think Eagle staff kind of explained that to Lamar's. Hey, I don't need that lob. I just need a good crisp pass, or take it yourself.
Ooh, dangerous again.
Deer wide open three. Deer connects from three. Big three there by Caleb Deer.
Good ball movement, moving it to the open man. And Deer connects, gives the Mustangs a 2-point lead and a full timeout now by the Demons with 1:29 to go, trailing by 2. We'll step away. We'll be right back for the exciting conclusion of this one.
Hi, I'm Micah and I work at Marvin. I've been in the military for 8 years. I was a preventive medicine technician in the U.S. Navy, and so that translated over to working at Marvin and how can safety help make Marvin a better company. The culture working at Marvin is probably the best one I've worked with other than being in the military. Working together and caring about each other. You feel like you're part of the family at Marvin. Come work with me at Marvin. It's a great place to work.
There is no off-season for greatness. You do what it takes to stay in the game. And so do we. Our commitment is to keep you moving forward. Essentia Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. Like nowhere else.
This broadcast is sponsored in part by Touchmark at Harwood Grove, a full-service retirement community complete with a health and fitness club, offering fitness classes, personal training, and more so you can stay active with your grandkids for years to come. Visit touchmarkfargo.com to learn more.
So quick game reset, Mustangs up 2. They have the possession arrow in their favor. They are also in the 1-on-1 bonus, but Bismarck.
Good hands by Oneman. Oneman with a breakaway. Oneman slams it down. Oh, that gets the crowd fired up. And in transition, Austin's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. You can see everybody get on their feet. I was ready for that. Oh. Everybody knew it was coming.
Yeah, everyone knew. Good hands by Oneman, poked it away, and nothing but daylight between him and the basket, and you knew he was going to throw that one down.
I might have to tease him a little bit, though. He took a stumble at the end, kind of
go
fell
down
on his
hard.
butt.
He did go down hard. And maybe Austin showing a little fatigue here, too. That one was pretty short on that first free throw. A chance to get it within 3, and
Tim
he does.
Brandt getting the crowd fired up on the sidelines. He's asking the student section for more.
Okay, this is where poise matters. This is where you take care of the ball. They get it across.
Good handles by Miller. Here, good pump fake, drives in, goes up with the right hand, and it rolls in.
Crawls over the front iron. Now transition, you got to get back.
Under a minute to go here. Good defense by, they're going to call a late foul on Olsen. But Olsen doesn't like that one. I don't know.
I think if you call it right away. That just seemed a beat late to call that one.
Crowd getting into it.
First shot short on that one again. Second time in a row, down 5 with 46.6 to go. Bismarck can't afford to be missing free throws at this point. He makes the second again.
Still a 2-possession game here for the Mustangs.
Got to take care of this. Got to take care of this.
Good job beating that press. Cross-court pass to Deere. Deere
Good
finds
job.
an open lane. Ooh, they're going to say that was off the hands of Deere.
Yeah, he must have just lost the handle on it. Coach Brandt saying, hey, look at the scoreboard, guys. We're up 4.
Yep.
We don't need to rush. Bismarck does. There's Eagle staff.
3, no good.
Getting down on the ground.
They're going to timeout taken.
Timeout.
So 78-74, 24.2 seconds left. We're going to stay here. Kind of talk this one over. Both teams, 8 fouls, so both teams are in the bonus. Mustangs needing to control the ball, settle down. Coach Brandt's been preaching that.
Yeah, I think you just need to take more time. I mean, I know Caleb Deere thought there was a clear lane to the basket, but that closed pretty quickly. You're ahead by 4. And there's not a 4-point shot in basketball. So, force Bismarck to chase you, force them to commit a foul, go to the ball on any of these passes, and really just make your free throws. Cheyenne holds all the cards right now, but you still have to play with poise.
And for Bismarck there, we saw maybe a little bit of quick play. They have plenty of time when you think about it.
They
have
really
24
do.
seconds.
You don't need to start jacking
it's a
threes
4-point game,
at this point. Getting to the rim is just fine. With 24 seconds, it seems like not a lot of time, but in basketball terms, it's an eternity.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure they're drawing something up here that is going to get them the look that they want. Maybe something outside that maybe looks like a 3, and a quick dump inside, and then see if they can force Cheyenne into some kind of bad pass, see if they can get a steal here.
Bismarck still with 2 timeouts. Mustangs don't have any.
Has been fortunate that Bismarck's had to burn theirs here, and that's given Cheyenne a little bit of a break.
Crowd getting into it. Schaefer on the wing.
Yeah, now they're going to look for Eagle Staff for
Hands
that.
it off to Eagle Staff. Drives in, fadeaway jumper.
Good
and
shot.
Connects.
Boy, that was a big shot.
Timeout taken by the Demons. We'll stick around. It's 15.2 seconds left. Yes, they got the 2 points, but it also took 10 seconds off.
Yeah,
but that's
did.
okay. That's okay. They got it back up to manageable points. So
now you got to bring all 4 guys down. You can't just expect your 2 guards to find a way to get open. You've got to have guys coming from half court. You've got to get this ball in. And above all else, don't just look to pass it right away. Catch it. Again, Bismarck has to foul. If you can run this out, they lose. So you do not get rid of that ball right away.
Yep.
Ideally, you want to get it in the hands of your best free throw shooters because Bismarck will have to foul.
Yep.
They're going to try and get a quick steal, but in absence of that, they're going to have to foul. So it's about poise here. Don't look for some kind of quick pass because Bismarck is expecting that. They've seen you do that all night. This is one where you hold on to the ball and you just relax, see what you can make happen.
You look for someone like a Caleb Deere, someone who's been in these situations. Deere, I mean, with the amount of experience he has, been plenty. Any of these guys, though, tremendous free throw shooters, good poise. So we see the Mustangs looking to take the ball out.
Yeah. So they're setting up the same way.
Gets the ball into Olson, and he's
There's
fouled
the
right
foul.
away.
Yeah.
So Olson will go to the line for a 1-and-1 opportunity.
And that's number 9. That could factor in here. That would put Cheyenne in the double bonus on the next one if the game goes to that. This is only the 9th, but after this, it would go to a 10th and a double bonus. So at 13.9 seconds, hard to know if that's going to be a factor, but it's a possibility. Cheyenne going to keep all the guys back here.
That is Austin's 4th foul. First shot is good.
That was huge.
3-point lead.
Yeah, 3-point lead. Little gamesmanship there. Hahnemann intentionally went over by Eaglestaff, so Schaefer and Eaglestaff change positions.
Olsen's second shot. Bumps it up to 4.
Again, token pressure.
Yep.
Pick them up here. Make them work a little bit. Ooh,
Quick three, maybe an untimely shot. As
Good
Mustangs
job
get the
by-
ball.
oh.
Good handles there. Up to Ottoman. Ottoman throws it down to seal this one off. As time expires, Tommy Ottoman's fired up and goes to the student section. Mustangs win 82-76. Oh, what a way to end a game.
That really was. And, you know, Grant, these were games that, let's be honest, Cheyenne struggled in last year, finishing games down the stretch. And if this is any indication, what a great response. They kept their poise. Great move by Angao off of that rebound. He keeps possession, has the presence to see Ottoman. Ottoman not wasting any time, getting down the floor. And what a great way to put an exclamation point on this victory by throwing down the big dunk.
Exactly. And like you said, great way to win, especially in the first game. Talking to a lot of these guys, it's like early on, their first year, you know, they didn't really buy in, but this year they're bought in. They have each other's backs, and that's something when you have these games, that's what you really need to rely on. Having your brothers back, having your teammates back, believing in the coach, all those things factor in, and that's what the Mustangs showed here.
And then when you win, it just kind of builds. It
builds
keeps
on
feeding. Everyone goes, yeah, I'm in on this. And so what a great way to start. You know, both of these teams are going to have a quick turnaround tomorrow. Cheyenne back here at 2 o'clock. You know, that's only going to be, 15 hours, 17 hours from now. Not a lot of turnaround, but boy, you can live on a lot of adrenaline when you finish like this. Bismarck High going to take on the Packers tomorrow, but both teams expend a tremendous amount of energy. Both teams left it all out on the floor tonight, and when you're a coach, that's what you ask for.
Exactly.
You can live with wins and losses. I mean, it's high school basketball. Yeah, everyone wants to win, but it's the effort, and like you mentioned, having your teammates back, and just competing hard for one another is really one of the most important things, and learning. You kind of have to learn how to win these tight games, and that was a great step in the right direction for Cheyenne tonight.
I think another big thing that not on the court does this help. It helps off the court. You see the student section today packed, and then after the game, they're going out and celebrating. That's something where, maybe last year when you didn't have a successful team,
you don't get as many fans in the stands.
Support, and that's one thing. I mean, Coach Brandt was over there firing the students up and the fans up, and once you get that fan support too, that also encourages the players.
Yeah, absolutely. That what a great way to finish this game here tonight. Really Cheyenne should be really happy. It's the first game. Was it perfect? No. But Bismarck forces you into bad situations. You're going to make mistakes in the middle of the game. How do you respond to them? How do you react when things don't go right? And for Cheyenne, they passed a huge first test tonight to start the season.
And I think, as I was kind of thinking, Tommy Oneman was going to have a big impact. Well, boy, did he ever. Defensively, rebounding on the boards, offensively, and then just sealing it off with that last dunk. He's really improved from a great season last year to hopefully, and for the future, he will continue that.
Well, absolutely.
And looks like he will.
And he battled some injuries when he was younger because of how quickly he grew and those sorts of things. But really, his footwork has improved tremendously. He's very comfortable with that left hand.
Yeah.
He's running the floor much better. I think last year, Tommy Oneman would have struggled to finish a game like this. It would have worn him down quickly. But he played a lot of minutes tonight, and he was there until the end. And so really that's a testament, to the work that he's put in the offseason and how much better prepared he has his body for this season. And it's game one. This is 3 months to go of this, 4 months to go of this. And so what a great start. What a great start for Cheyenne tonight.
So the Mustangs win this one, finished off by a Tommy Oneman breakaway dunk, 82-76. Jump out to a 1-0 record. They will play tomorrow at what time is that? 2 o'clock against
2 o'clock.
Minot.
Early start, so the teams Minot can get back on the road. So
we'll be covering that one too. So
we'll be here. We're going to do as many, as far as I know, all the girls and boys basketball action.
We'll be right here for you
this year. So don't forget to like. Jackson knows this one, and so this is your area.
Let me test this out. Like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications so you get all the live streams. Our Twitter is @MustangPost. I don't know our Facebook. I'm not on Facebook. You'd probably know this better than me.
I don't.
Well,
I don't. Just my MySpace page. 1995 just called.
All right, so the Mustangs cap this one off 82-76. Jump out to a 1-0 record. Thanks for joining us tonight. Had a great time calling this first one. Have a good night, everybody.
It was once said, good is the enemy of great. If all that you strive for is good enough, how will you ever achieve greatness? The efforts led to this. Every rep, every drill, all the work unseen will be worth it. Because right now, the eyes are on us.
Blow the check up, detonation, kill them one by one, final destination, top my destination, I got guardian angels all around it, that's deflector say, I'm a mother champion, this right here the anthem, I can't dap you without handstand, I don't know your dirty ass hands, I wake up to like 100 texts, championship team, but we can't cut the net, she all off in my jersey, looking underdressed, I'm finna buy this bitch a Honda, CR